In this video, I was going to show you a Skoda Scala, but unfortunately, that never happened. Let's get into the car and we'll talk about trade plate driving. Hello and welcome to Davy's Skoda Adventures and to a ramble. I'm not sure what Davis is going out on, but I just thought I'd share some thoughts on my first week of trade plate driving. So, just last Monday, the 24th of September, I started to go self-employed and start to do trade plate driving. Now, this is something that I've had an interest in recently. I've been watching a guy called Chris on Trade Plate Travels on YouTube, or Trade Plate Adventures on YouTube, and I thought this sounds a really interesting job. So I signed up and I went with a well-known company to do trade plating. So let's talk about my first week. So we were meant to get work through on the company system on the Friday for work on Monday. So I'd completed my initial training day on the 18th of September, and I was meant to get work on the 19th of September. The 19th came and went and I had no work. So I contacted the company at 6 o'clock in the morning and I got my first job. First job was through in Glasgow, and it was to pick up a car from an Arnold Clark dealership and deliver it to their depot on the outskirts of Glasgow. So the day started off well. I started work about just after, maybe about 9:30. Ended up getting a bus into town and then got the train from Waverley out to, where was it again? It feels like longer than a week that I've been doing it. Oh, it's gonna bug me now, but let's just say we got a train out to Glasgow Queen Street, and then we went back on Bishop Briggs. That's where it was. It was to pick up at Bishop Briggs. So we went in the Glasgow Queen Street lower level, and then up into the main station, and then got a train out to Bishop Briggs. Picked the car up, no problem. It was a lovely car. It was a Volkswagen Tiguan Allspace, so that's the 7-seater version. Done my checks and drove over to the depot. And that was my one car for the day because it was my first day. And I dropped that at the depot, and then had to make my own way back to Edinburgh. The depot can be described, it's on the outskirts of Glasgow, and I didn't have a clue where the bus stop was. I got into a panic, and because it was my first job in the day, I never had time to properly research where the bus stops were. It was basically a baptism of fire, just get straight into it, so that's what I'd done. So eventually found the bus, which was the 900 bus back to Edinburgh, and then got picked up by Hannah at the Mound. So that was day one complete. Day two, got my jobs through, and it was just 2 jobs. It was first one was to pick up a car at We Buy Any Car down at Gilmerton. Again, nice local drop for me. So saving expenses, I ended up getting a lift with Hannah to Dobies at Gilmerton, where the We Buy Any Car pod was. And I was to pick up a Ford Focus. So picked the Ford Focus up, started doing my checks on it. Everything was going well until I pulled the dipstick out the engine. And there's a quad bike going past. Yeah, so basically picked the dipstick out the engine of this Focus, and it looked as if there was nothing on it, so I put it back, rubbed it with my finger, stuck it back in, pulled it out. Oh, can I do it? So that was one where I had to contact the team to say I can't take this car. It's not got any oil in the engine. Thankfully, we buy any car, they had another car to take, so that the Focus got aborted and I ended up in a Clio. Done my checks on the Clio. Clio was fine, and that was to go out to Ingliston, the depot at Ingliston. So dropped the car at Ingliston, no problem. My next pickup was Sighthill, so ended up getting the tram from Ingliston out to Edinburgh Park and got the tram to the next garage, who was Vertu Hyundai, where I picked up a Vauxhall Crossland with a dreaded pure crap engine. And that was a real mobility car that had like the hand controls, the steering ball and the steering wheel. And it had no fuel in it as well. And thankfully the garage was 2 doors down, so I managed to get to the garage. The company fuel card didn't work, so I had to pay out my own money there as well. Got to the depot. That was to be taken to the depot in Glasgow again, or just in the outskirts of Glasgow. And that was felt like a shorter day. It was an easier day. And yeah, that was an easier day for me. Took that to the depot and I got the bus back. No problem at all. Day 3, Wednesday. My pickup again was local. It was actually down at Seafield, so again, I didn't have to pay any travel costs to get down to Seafield. I ended up jumping on a bus with Hannah because Hannah's got like a bus pass which allows a companion on for free. So got off at Kings Road at Portobello and then walked the last 10 minutes to the garage. And what a lovely little car I picked up. It was a 23 plate Seat Arona. Jumped in the car and I'm like, how do you find the mileage on this car? Thinking it was just a trip meter in the clock. Realised it. I then looked at it, I'm going, no, that is the mileage. 700 miles in a 2-year-old car. That's all it had done. It drove like new. It was fantastic. I really liked that little Arona. And that was going to the outskirts of Glasgow again, and I was to pick up my next car, which was a Kia, and I was going from the depot down to a leasing company. So dropped the car off, found my next car, done all the inspections on it, and got shouted at in the yard because I hadn't done something right. Nobody tells you anything about if you're leaving the yard, you need this. So yeah, so got in the Kia and I was feeling a bit down, stressed a wee bit. I took a wrong turn and just leaving the depot to get onto the M8. The car sat nav felt like it was shouting at me. It really got quite stern with me, I thought. Yeah, didn't really enjoy that car. There was too many nanny toys in it, like lane keep assist, all that sort of rubbish. I couldn't figure out how to turn the heating down. The heating was roasting. Eventually I figured out how to do it because it's all on just buttons you touch. I think it was a Kia Sportage or something. It was a Kia Sportage. And then dropped that car at Livingston. And I don't know Livingston well at all, but I've got to where I thought I'd been, got on a bus into Livingston Centre, and then got another bus after that into Edinburgh, and then timed another bus going straight to the front door virtually. So that was quite handy. So nothing came through on my device on Wednesday night, so there was no work for me on Thursday morning, so I phoned up to see if there was any work. I was asked if there was any work in my area, and they said they could give me a job in Glasgow, but it was to take to Newcastle. And I thought, oh, all right, do I get a car coming back? No, I would have to make my way back from Newcastle. So I just decided, no, I'm not doing that. So yesterday I done nothing. And now it's Friday. I thought, got my job through on Friday, and it was a pickup in Kinross to a customer. And I thought, oh, brilliant. So where was I? Oh yes. Thursday I had no jobs come through. I felt a bit dejected, a bit again. So just done my usual Thursday thing. I met with my friend for coffee, just as we normally do. And in that time I got work through for a pickup in Kinross. I thought, oh, Kinross to go to, it was going to be my first carryover. So I was going to be going up to Kinross, picking the car up. Well, here comes the quad bike again. Yes, so it was going to be my first carryover. So I was going to pick the car up at Kinross from a customer's house and bring it back to the house overnight. It was going to be a Skoda Scala, and I was actually quite excited at that because my neighbours would have thought, oh, the man must work for Skoda or something like that, because it'll be them free Skodas on the drive. So I'd booked my bus ticket up to Kinross. It was only £7, so it wasn't much. And that was going to be delivered to Ayrshire on Monday morning. So it got to 9 o'clock in the morning, and I had a look at the job. Right, we need to phone the customer just to check the car is okay. Check cars there, and also to check if the customer's going to be around at the time I'm going to come up at. So I think I was going to come up just after lunch, about 12:30 or something like that. So I phoned the customer. Customer went, yeah, but it's okay for collection. We just want to check with you. The car's wing mirror's hanging off. I went, okay. And the number plate's broken. I went, right, I'll have to contact our team just to make sure it's okay to bring that car down the road, because I thought if it's got a broken mirror, it's probably not going to be a safe car to drive back and then take over to Ayrshire. So I phoned them up, and I was told if you get the customer to take photographs of the damage, we'll see what it's like. Otherwise, we're going to have to abort it. So got the car, phoned the customer again and asked if you could take pictures. The customer said, well, it's actually my dad's car. I'm miles away from the car and I've not got a phone that would take pictures anyway. So back on the phone to the company and just saying, customer's not got a phone. Will our job get aborted? And yeah, the job just got aborted. So it left me with no work again for today. So yep, feeling a bit dejected. It's not what it promises. It feels like it's not what it should be. Like, and I think I find that a lot as well with a group I'm on. It's a case that some people are just left with nothing to do. So yeah, but I've got my jobs through for Monday, and my first job is at Sighthill, so I'm going to have to get a day ticket to get a bus and then a tram out to I don't know, Saughton, Ball Green, or Edinburgh, probably Edinburgh Park actually, and walk up from there to pick up the first car that's a Skoda dealership. I think West End Skoda. And I've got to take that through to Glasgow, or the outskirts of Glasgow, and then make my way into Rutherglen and then pick up a car to bring home to deliver to Fort Kinnaird, which is actually quite close. So yeah, my first week of trade plating. What can I say? It's been stressful. It's been emotional, not getting any work. Especially when you've given up like a job after so many years, just to find that you're now maybe only getting a few days work at a time. But next week seems to be more promising. I've got a training day in the middle of the week. I've got work on Monday. Hopefully, I'd like to get back for Andy's Man's Club on Monday as well. So it's basically drop the first car at 9, drop it off, head to the other garage. Yes, head to the depot, then head from the depot to the garage, just to make sure it's there, and then bring that one back to Edinburgh. So hopefully it'll be a 3 o'clock finish maybe. But it's been tiring. I've been getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning, phoning up to see if there's work or to get expenses authorised. It's been short days. It feels like long days. It feels like it's been a long week. But if you're into if it suits you and you do fancy trade plating, it can be rewarding, but it can also be very tiring and days of no work. I'm going to follow this video up again at the end of next week with another life on the road type of vlog, to tell you how I got on the second week. Anyway, I'd just like to thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Davy's Skoda Adventures on YouTube, and we'll catch you in a future video very soon. I'm not sure about what content's going to be coming up on the channel, just due to schedules. Videos may be taking a little hiatus. There might only be one video a week. I don't know yet. I've got for this week you'll probably seen a couple of videos from Knockhill, and in this video that might be the only videos you'll see for the rest of the week. I will still try and update the community post as well, just to tell you what I'm up to. I might even do a little video slideshow of what I've driven on our trade plate drive. But we'll see. The channel may go a wee bit quieter than normal. But yeah, as always, thanks again for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe at Davy's Skoda Adventures, and we'll catch you soon. I'm going home to get this car prepared for the road rally at Knockhill.